supposed to sleep here tonight, but not anymore. So this is a spot that I slept, I think last year. I think it's on Overlander. I'm pretty sure. So Overlander, I talked a couple of times about it, is the app, something that I use to find a place to sleep when I'm not quite sure. So yeah, it is. This place is closed. Seems that it is shut down. This place was seeing people report it at the end of the summer, August. So it's a nice place beside the lake, quiet. I'm not quite sure where we're gonna sleep. Where we're gonna sleep tonight. That was my plan. I see that so often, like a couple times this summer. I was in Revelstoke and I told Chrome, like, oh, we can go a nice little place beside the river. I slept there several times or twice. We can go there just outside of town. And we drove there and it had a big sign say no camping, no campfire, and bunch of rule, and that was not there last time that I was there. And I click, he's like, oh, it's probably on Overlander. I'm like, I don't think so. I know what I found that on my own because I was doing some photography at that time, and I found that I was sleeping there doing some photography in the morning, and at that time I didn't know about Overlander. That was like way before van life, when I was just doing some little trip with my car. And we look on Overlander, and yes, it was just freshly put on Overlander, which is kind of erratic because that sign was there. I have no idea when they put the sign, but yeah, it seems to be in a couple places now that I found that place that I slept last year or year before, and now the city just decided to close those places. A lot of places on Revelstoke that I look after that on Overlander, and place that Chrome was like, oh yeah, I slept one time beside that street there, and I look now and they had like on Overlander, they said the people had a knock on their van from the bylaws said that they're not allowed on the town anymore. So I feel like those places on Overlander, which is amazing when you're not quite sure where to sleep, you're in a rush and you just want a nice place to sleep, you just look on Overlander, find a place and find something. But the problem is obviously it's gonna have a lot of camper, and I have a feeling, but probably the house beside me maybe didn't like that she paid for like maybe $500,000, who knows, maybe more. In Vernon it's quite expensive for a place beside the lake, and they were like, we don't want a bunch of van life for crashing there. The problem is not like so much people who sleep there and leave in the morning. It's people who stay there for a long period of time and spread themselves, put chair or allowed or something like this. This also I don't think was there, so I think it's a new building, a new area. So yeah, who knows who complained, but it's not where we're gonna sleep tonight. So they even have like seem like a dumping station, which is cool, a gas station, which I'm gonna fill up on gas tomorrow, and most likely gonna do grocery tomorrow morning as well. We were not the only one who slept here. Couple people. Doesn't look that smoky right now, which is great. So I'm just gonna make a tea, and I think I'm gonna go do a little grocery. I think they open at 7, so they should be open right now. I try when I sleep at Walmart or a grocery store, which I think is the first time I sleep at a grocery store. I try to, you know, be nice and do grocery, especially, you know, when you need it. Like, why not? You're right there, you sleep there, but as well. So I'm gonna do that, and they have a gas station that work with the store too as well. So hey, one place we're gonna have everything. So enjoy my little tea, and we're gonna go after. I try to go when, you know, they start to open. They open at 7. people are not really there right now, but you know, you don't want to stay there forever. At one point you want to go. When you sleep in an area and you stay, you know, 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and people see you and you just become the problem now, you know what I mean? Like, you just become that camper van who stay there all day long. Even if maybe if you leave a little later, you know what I mean? You don't want to be that, and you don't want to spray yourself, take 5 parking spot even if nobody's there. You don't want, you know, like a camping chair, you know what I mean? Like, it's just common sense, but sadly some people don't do it. It's the reason why those places end up to be closed is because people take advantage of it. You can, like, I've done that at Walmart, which I got some bad heat at one point for that, but I slept at Walmart for a long period of time. The reason is I was living in Squamish, I was working as janitor, and Squamish had a policy that happened when I was living there, which is no camper van in the street. So we couldn't sleep anywhere else in town, in like the small little town. The only place they were allowing us was Walmart, or you were like, you know, try to hide from the bylaw, or go in the really further back country. But when you live and work in Squamish, in like in a small town, and you live there, you don't want to go like super far. So Walmart was my go-to, but I was leaving first thing in the morning, and I was there after 9:30, because my last cleaning job, I was a janitor, my last cleaning job was at 9, was finished at 9. So I've done that. It is okay, I was not spraying myself, I was not throwing garbage, don't do that, please. I was kind, and I was doing my grocery at Walmart. Even I made a video that the guy who's cleaning the parking lot and is like grabbing all the carts in the morning, he was seeing my van quite often. He was see Kitty in the morning. He was starting his shift before the actual Walmart was starting, and he gave me at one point on Easter a little buddy, a chocolate buddy. So I think that made, you know, he knew that was kind. He knew like I was waving at him every time I was leaving in the morning, because he had like his smoke, his cigarette break, and yeah, so be super kind. And Kelly, little mark here, it's getting way bigger now. She just scratched it, I think. It's just fresh. That's not good, Kelly. It's huge. So for your information, Kitty, I think she had, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I thought that she had some allergy to her food that I changed. So it was the same brand, but a new blend, a new flavor if you want, which has chicken, and apparently it's like a common allergy for dogs and cats. So I thought that maybe she would be allergic to that, because she's got 3 patches, one in the back behind her ear, one in the forehead that you saw, and one right there. And I have no idea what happened, why they are there. The one behind her ear is doing great, it's healing. The one here is doing okay too, but she just like smashed this one this morning. Probably get itchy. Alright, I'm gonna go do a little grocery. Gonna come back and yeah, leave this area now. Alright, greasy over, grocery over. I didn't get anything for you. I buy this ramen noodle. I'm gonna try that. I always buy different kind of noodles. Alright, put that away and gas now. Alright, on that note, I just want to say, be careful before you put things on Overlander. It is an amazing map. I talk about it several times, but just be mindful that probably 10, 15, who knows, vans gonna come and show up there. So if it's an area that is close to a house and things like this, it might not be a spot that you want to post there. There's a lot of spot everywhere around town, so just be careful of where you post. And yeah, try to not squat in the area and try to make this lifestyle easier for everyone and not having all those spots blocked for us. So when we travel through or when we live in the town and we work, we don't get caught up in all that stuff. And by the way, even if it's a spot that is on Overlander, you could have a knock on your van. That could be the time that the bylaws say it's enough. We have too many problems here. We have complaints. So yeah, just be super careful. And yeah. All right. On that note, yes, and we're gonna go. We're gonna go, Kitty. We're gonna leave. Want to say hi? Want to give a kiss? You think it's so bad now. Look at you. You look like you fight with something. And I'm the only one inside the van, so people think you fight with me. Food time? Okay. Well, we're gonna let you eat. Kitty make a lot of noise when she eats.